Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Christy.
Hi. Welcome back, Sue.
Thank you. Good to be back. It's
Hello,
really 3 in
everyone.
the morning. No,
Oh,
3 in
gosh.
in Asia.
The 12-hour time zone's killer.
Yes.
Hey, Heather. Hi, Stan. Hi,
Hi,
Adili.
Christy. It's good to see you.
You too. All right, let's see. Make sure. Got my AI note taker up and running. I know a couple people couldn't be here, so it's always good to have those people taking notes as well. Hey, Moni. Vale.
Hey guys, nice to see you, Adili.
Hiya, Tracy.
Mhm.
All right. Josh and Prez, good to see you. Terry Ann, Sandra. Okay. We'll give it people just one more minute to jump in. Right. Janelle, Paul, thanks for being here. All right.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. It's good to be here.
No problem. Glad to see you. All right. Well, I know you're all busy people, so we will go ahead and get started. First of all, if we could just get an idea of who's in the room, I will call you out as I see you on my screen. So I'm Christy Porter, the Chief Impact Officer at Vector Global Logistics. Delighted that you're all here, and we're looking forward to learning alongside you what's going on, what we can do to help, and seeing, I know some of you are already on the ground and active as well, so of course want to hear what you're up to. And we have from our team, Enrique, Nuria, Sue, Monica, Luisa, Valeria, and Nuria and mine's note taker, who are our steadfast companions. All right, let's see. Adili, go ahead and jump in.
Oh, thank you, everybody. It's good to see everybody again. It's been a minute. I think last time on a call like this, amazing things happened. I think it was an operation we're doing together. So I'm glad to be back on this call. My name is Adili. I'm the founder of a software called Stravica. I'm currently partnering with a group of Jamaica. The team is on the call, and Prez on the call, and Josh on the call. Get to share a little bit about the work we're doing there together as partners. But they're the superstars. It's what they do, and we've been able to operate in Jamaica in the last week, supporting communities there. So again, I'm glad to be on the call, but I'm here to learn, and then Prez will be sharing more about what opportunities are available. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Let me see. Heather, you're on my next side of my screen, so jump in here and go ahead.
Well, hello, everybody. And I've got to say hello to my brother, Adili, but nonetheless. All right, so I'm Heather Carmichael. I'm the Executive Director of Serve International, and we're currently not on the ground in Jamaica, but we do have a church partner, a rather large church partner of ours that is interested in doing some work in Jamaica. So really just learning, as Adili said, learning from you guys and seeing how we can potentially partner together.
Awesome. Thank you. Good to see you. Tracy.
Hi everyone, I'm Tracy with Lifting Hands International. I'm the director of our Utah program. And our Utah program sends humanitarian aid to help people in need around the world who are displaced from war, violence, natural disasters. We do have a refugee resettlement program here in Utah, but that's not really related to this particular meeting. But yeah, we mostly just ship aid on containers, you know, usually like hygiene items, baby supplies, blankets, things like that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
Imprez, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. So nice to meet you. I'm in location Kingston, and I have been on ground zero 2 days after the hurricane. I am a Jamaican. I spent half my life in Australia and Jamaica, but I'm Jamaican. And I am here just overwhelmed with what we're seeing on the ground. My heart is warm for you guys to just be here to have this conversation so I can share with you some of the needs, some of the opportunities, and guarantee that we have everything on the ground for you to execute your humanitarian response, Tracy. We have a lot of women who have no home, who have babies, are begging me for food for their babies, for diapers. And these are remote communities that were shut off for 3 days. So I'm on the ground. My background, I'm a media executive, television anchor, personality, radio host, but I also have a social enterprise. We were awarded by the Prime Minister of Jamaica for social entrepreneurship. So we usually serve youth and children, but we execute projects, any project that is needed for community mobilization, real quick, with good oversight. And some of the partners and funders that have contracted me or my social enterprise are reputable organizations that you would know, like the UNICEF, the UNESCO. So I have a media company, social enterprise. I'm on the ground now working with Adili and Josh, who I know will be coming in, who just called me in the middle of the storm. I was up all night telling me that we're moving in, and they made me do some things that I never thought I could do, but they say you got to do it, you got to do it. So we were able to move aid in, move people in, and get it to communities on the ground, everything from security, logistics, and getting in the island and just moving. So I know you'll come back to me because it's an introductory space to ask anything else, and I can talk for days. So I'm going to pause and allow you, Christy, to guide me.
Okay. Excellent intro. Thank you. And Josh.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Heather, it's
Yes.
good to see you. Adelia, also good to see you. Imprez, of course. So my name is Josh. I work for Inspire Good, which is a local nonprofit here in Atlanta. And typically what we do is we partner with locals in disaster areas and help with anything from coordination to funding to partnerships, even to on-the-ground volunteer activation. And so Imprez and I have been working a lot lately, trying to figure out exactly how to get Jamaica everything they need. Adeli's been given a ton of advice, and so thank you for that. And so anything you need, just let us know.
Awesome. Josh, do you guys typically work just within the US and this is a special circumstance, or do you always work globally?
Both. So we work US based, which is typically you'll see my face, and then internationally based, which you'll see someone like Imprez representing their country or their situation.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for that clarification. Let's see. Janelle, I don't see you on camera, so I'm not sure if you can introduce yourself, if you're by your mic or able to talk. Okay. Same, Terry Ann. Oh, Janelle, there you go.
Yes. Okay. So I am Janelle Archibald, and I represent La Parkin Trading, which is a freight forwarding company in Jamaica. I mean, we can assist as it relates to the shipping, delivery of each items. Honestly, as it relates to this meeting, it seems as if there was a meeting before, so I would need to get some additional details before we get further, into the details of what's going on.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Terry Ann.
Hi, good
Hi.
evening, everyone. I am in the same office as Janelle. We're freight forwarding logistics. So we're here to handle whatever shipments you have to come in to go on ground. La Park in Jamaica is global. We are also partners of the WCA, which is the World Cargo Alliance. So we're here for your logistics need as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Sandra.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
I am Sandra Gabanon. I represent Paris Jamaica Limited. We are a shipping, freight forwarding logistics company in Jamaica. We have been assisting with the coordination of some of the shipments that are coming in for some of the relief efforts that have been made. We are also facilitating some of the cargo movement and logistics moving of some hospitals. I think there's a hospital that will be built in Falmouth, and we are actively doing that. But in essence, we're basically a shipping company doing the same thing as your partner.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
Paul? Okay. Wendy?
Afternoon. Hi, I'll jump in for Paul. My name is
Oh.
Mitzi Burt Green from Jamaica Trading Services. Paul is a part of the team as well. I think we would have been invited maybe from another meeting. I've missed the first part of this meeting, but we are freight forwarders, custom brokers. We provide haulage service. We've been participating in some of the relief supplies in with some of the charters to getting the goods delivered into different charitable organizations here, and really as also with customs brokerage. We haven't handled any shipments yet, but we have forwarders who are arranging the actual ocean shipments. That is, we've handled air freights to us at the moment. I'm not sure how we would be able to assist, but we're willing to assist where we can if you let us know how that is.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Let's see. Hi, Lexi. Glad you're able to get here. We're just doing introductions, and if you have a moment, you want to introduce yourself and Alan.
Hello. Yes. So I'm Lexi Nobles. I'm with the American Logistics Aid Network. So we are a nonprofit that connects other humanitarian organizations with supply chain service providers for their logistics needs, typically on a donated basis. Thank you for the invite to this call. We are currently kind of assessing, checking in with partners and hearing how they're responding and what needs they will have. We've started hearing of some potential needs, so we can keep everyone updated on that. Thank you.
Yes, they're a terrific resource. All right, and then Imprez, let me turn it back to you. I saw Adili showed me some of your videos, but tell me what you're seeing on the ground and what kind of the needs are and challenges from your perspective.
So we're seeing a lot of, you've seen the devastation, and being on the ground, it is what you're seeing in the media, but to see it face to face is a different experience. A lot of us are seeing aerial views, street views, and pictures. But when you go inside the homes to see an old lady lying in her filth, nobody to help her because she only one little room survived and she's alone, we've realized that we need boots on the ground to walk home to home and find out what's happening, not from a paperwork response, but getting in there and getting aid immediately for those who are most affected in the marooned communities where no international aid or no local aid has been. And the community I will start with, which is dear to my heart, is Kilmarnock, which is on the border of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. Over 200 families. It's a farming community, a lot of moms with babies, a lot of elderly, a lot of old farmers. It took 3 days, and the only reason that community popped into my mind first is because that's where my mom is from. That's my family legacy and heritage as it relates to trying to build back a community. And so because I couldn't hear from family members for 3 days, and a lot of people were calling me from across the world, which is a regular occurrence, can you get somebody into this community? And we're telling them we can't, there's no way in. So you have families abroad wondering if their family members are dead or alive. So that's one call I want to look at. Kilmarnock, when we got in 3 days later up to trying to get people to move the roads and find a way in, when we got in, it was desperation. People were scared. There, I believe I got on a motorbike through the community, and I think I only saw 2 houses spared. Every church is gone, which are refuge centers. The one where many are staying, everything's gone on top, so everybody has to run underneath. I have a lot of other footage of this devastation, but I believe from riding through on the bike that it could be a good 95% of that community of 200 families lost their home. When I got to my aunt's house, it was devastation. That's where I started until I moved around to about 25 homes. I walked inside. I saw babies saying, "Miss, I beg you, I need food. I lost everything. My mom's just trying to wash my clothes." This is a 13-year-old that I paid money to go and help me fix up my aunt's house so he could have money to buy food for his mom. So we had to quickly on the ground respond. So it takes cash, it's supplies. So I mobilize my family members, and every dollar we get, I take a truck in with supplies. And this is everything from shovels, cutlass, tarpaulin. We're trying to find generators. We can purchase a lot of immediate needs on the ground from different suppliers because we have ties, and Josh and Adili know that. So we can get supplies that are needed for emergency response, but we do need more coming in. When we looked at that community, and there are many more like that, but you can only do one group at a time. You know, that I don't have the capacity, but maybe you guys here are saying, let's go and do 10 of these 200 communities, and I'm ready to go. But what we saw was a major need is you can give somebody food and a bed, but all their roofs are gone. So every day it rains up there, everything is destroyed again that we've given them. So we realized that we had to bring in tarpaulins. I have moved in men. And so as a team, we're saying, okay, let's get as many men on the ground from Kingston, which is fine. We have devastation, but it would be a sin to talk about it, seeing what we've seen. So we've been able to move people in to get tarpaulin up, but not enough. We need a mobilization team to get in. We need a roofing team to get in and start roofing. Even if it's one room from a community, then they can help their neighbor to sleep there and house stuff there, to mobilize. We need to get them back. They've lost all their livelihood. I smelled dead cows, dead chickens, and they're just cleaning up. So it's devastating. We need a cleanup team. We need a roof restoration or temporary shelter team. We need food every day, stuff for babies, and we could start with that 200 community. I also spent 9 hours in Black River. The entire city, it has been torn apart. And that's where everybody from the surrounding communities would come to get their goods and resources and sell. So that's just a picture of our reality. But my concern is no international aid has reached many of these communities that we're trying to cut down trees and get into the homes. None. No local community. When I got there, we were the first ones that they saw. And similarly, Josh, Adili, you know, with the project, that the first project that we did. So sometimes it's small groups moving in, first respondents, because the country just can't do it all. Yeah, the government has to fix the hotels. They're doing the hospitals. We need to fix the hotels too, so you guys can come and sleep in a nice place when you come to visit. However, the reality is that we need to focus on those who are not getting the help. That's the first thing. Yeah. So that's the picture. 42 something deaths. We don't know how many. I drove past a funeral home and smelled dead bodies because there was no light. This is Santa Cruz. You know, we're seeing bodies washed up. I haven't seen a body washed up, but I'm hearing the reports from the government. It's a lot. Yeah. And so when we talk about logistics and getting things here, the government has made it very easy. We have that entire process. You just have to get that container and we move it in. It just goes through clearance, consignee, ODPEM, just somebody has to handle that. And I know that's your guys' world. When it gets into Kingston, and I can definitely give you, I have the list right here because we've done an assessment of that 200. When the equipment reaches and it's cleared, right, then a truck would move it to the community to start working. If it has to be warehoused in Jamaica, we have warehouses on the Kingston Wharf where things land. We have people who can strip it, and you also have members here. There's nothing that we can't do with full monitoring and evaluation, but we have to move fast. It takes cash on the ground, people on the ground, and equipment with a very clear strategic plan. Get them somewhere to sleep. Give them some dignity. Ask each person what they need and give it to them. Now we got to help them rebuild. This man lost 35 chickens, his layers that were ready to be plucked. That's a lot of money. No eggs to sell, no chickens to sell. Everybody that I saw there, they were cooking up everything because there is absolutely no electricity. There are 2 Starlinks in that community, and certain people, old people who don't know how to walk to there to log on. So that's how I am getting updates every 3 days or randomly. There's one person I have on the ground who takes my aunt's phone to update me on what's going on in the community. So Starlinks would be great to get people connected. We need dry ice. Everybody's losing their food. They can't store anything. So if we can get dry ice there, I don't know what dry ice is, but that's what they told me can work. Some professional told me that dry ice can keep food for days. You all know about that? Yeah. I don't know. There's a thing called dry ice.
Yeah.
But there's no electricity at all. If we get coal, they can cook. So we can buy flour, rice, tin food, and they can cook with the coal on a coal stove. That's how we cook culturally. If we can move in generators, then we can start to power up. If we can get a team of maybe 50 international construction people, they could come in, we could camp up there, and we can just start nailing down some roofs. So that would be my immediate response from my observation. There's a lot going on and everybody's doing a lot.
Yeah.
So, once Adelie and Josh tell me to move and mobilize, I mobilize. And so that is my job in this response. As an international facilitator, a CSR consultant, that's what I do outside of my media work.
Impress, can I jump in too and share a couple things? Yeah, definitely. So Impress does a lot of the stuff on the ground. She actually spent, I'm going to brag on you for a second. She spent probably only 6 hours between Thursday and Sundays actually getting rest. Most of that time was spent, like I said, activating volunteers, getting bus drivers, getting people to sleep with the, supplies so that it doesn't get stolen by those who are in need. Coordinating with multiple different teams, multiple different areas, multiple different needs, from roofing, from tarps, water, clean water. And then also I don't know if Christy, if you saw the video, like explaining why do beds need to come outside and get the sunlight. So there's a lot of that. We do also put together some reports that we can share just to make sure that you have all those details of what that looks like and what those last couple of distributions look like. I'll pass it back off to you, Christy.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you for all of that. Both of you, appreciate that so much. And then for our logistics friends on the ground in Jamaica, anything else to add from your side?
Hey, not at the moment, but we're here for you in terms of when you're ready for shipping your containers or loose cargo, then you can consign the shipment to us, and as in the master of the shipment to us, and then whichever agent here or company, charity company, registered charity company that will handle the cargo moving forward. We can also make arrangement of doing the trucking.
So just quick question regarding the state of the supply chain infrastructure on the island. Could you guys tell us a little bit more about the condition of the port, the roads, how efficient is it right now?
Okay, for Kingston Port, Kingston is fully operational because we didn't have damages in Kingston. But in terms of the port in Montego Bay, it's not yet reopened to the public. They're currently trying to put things in place in Montego Bay because Montego Bay was also badly damaged by the storm. They are still out of water and light in that area. However, I think maybe by next week, containers will start going back to Montego Bay, but it's not a guarantee as to when the port will be open to the public. So the safer way for all cargo is coming in Kingston via ocean or air.
Okay. And you mentioned, Josh, that you already had like a list and some reports of the most important items that we should start kind of trying to collect from our networks. I know tarps and roofing and things like that, but if you have that complete list, what in your opinion, depending on the different communities, what are the top 3 or 4 items that we need to start looking for?
Maybe Impress would be better off sharing the top 3 or 4 items.
Sure. So water is dirt. We need to sanitize the water, something to get into the water tank. So everybody has a water tank. So I don't know what that solution is that we could go in and just get all the water tanks to have clean water for bathing and drinking. As I mentioned, coal and cooking opportunities, Starlink, so whatever we're using now with communities so that they can connect with family and communicate. So food and roofing, baby needs, everything for babies and moms. That's a major challenge. And I'd say dry ice so they could keep things cool. They can maybe buy some chicken and keep it for a few days. So just items that can help them to be sheltered and fed so they can start to rebuild. But we do have a list. Josh, you have that list that we can definitely share. But that would be the immediate need that I could see on the ground to move in right away.
I'm texting also one of our clients that has incredible water filters that would help make safe any water. So I'm texting him right now because he couldn't join today.
I'll send some text as well and make sure that we gather some additional information around this product.
Christy, are you reaching out to?
I'm reaching out to
Christy.
Young.
Okay, so if I contact James for their water filters, maybe.
More water filters, the better.
Water for life. Okay, I didn't want to duplicate efforts. I want to make sure which one you were.
So he just texted. So John DeYoung at Viva Blue just texted back, yes, he's in a meeting. He will speak to me in a little bit, so I'll get more information from him, and then Adili knows him as well, and then who is he with, Tracy? Who is your guy with?
We've got a contact with LifeStraw, and then also James with Water for Life charity.
Okay.
So
I know
I'll
both
reach
of
out.
them. Okay. And then Adili, I put Adili's list in. I'm not sure if that's the same list, but I put Adili's list in the chat that he had sent me about supplies and needs, if that one is still updated and relevant. Josh and Adili.
Yes, it is. So that list is from yesterday. We had a meeting yesterday after delivering our first items on the ground. And so that's the updated list. What I'm going to do every 3 days, I'll update the list to you. And then if there's any big changes, we'll communicate it with the team.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And so what have you already put on the ground?
So what we did on the ground, we try to, when something like this happens, the number one thing people need is food. So what we did first is we were able to bring in a lot of rice and water. And so the team on the ground purchased the water. What we did is we anticipated this was going to happen. So we worked as a team to store this item safely in an area that we figured out was not going to be damaged with the hurricane. So we were able to store it safely. And so once this hurricane went through, we were able to go and get it from our warehouse and help distribute it. So we planned about 2 days before, me and Joshua on the call, trying to find a safe place to put almost 3,000 kgs of items safely for the community.
Perfect. Thank you. Stan, you had a question?
Yeah, hi everybody, Stan with Vector here. Because I extended the invitation to Constantine and I see that he recently joined. He's one of our partners and clients, and they're actually working on the project to ship to Jamaica. And Constantine, I didn't see you, I know you're there. If you have any questions, as you can see, we have quite a few people from Jamaica. Or if you want to share a little bit about what you're working on, that'd be great.
Hey, yeah, thanks for the intro, Stan, and thanks for the invite. It's great to meet everybody. My name's Constantine. Like Stan mentioned, we work together in logistics. I also have a small nonprofit that I run called Global Aid Partners. We responded to Helene here in Asheville, and I have some resources, vendors, and the like for tenting, porta potties, shower trailers, things like that. And I've been approached by Samaritan's Purse to kind of engage and have conversations about that. So it's still very, very early stage, but we're thinking about, or we're talking about sending a deployment package to right now, city. Forget the name of the community, but I just wanted to ask, what's the the water situation there? Is there access to non-potable water for things like flushing out porta potties, for example? Is it pretty easy to access?
Okay, say that again, Constantine, because I'm not technically au fait on the water system, but I know that some places have absolutely no water and they're trying to restore water. There is a water report from the government I would have to source for you from the minister to answer those questions. So I could definitely get from that minister the government's response to your question. I am not sure the technical on that, but I can tell you from being on the ground, there are places the water was, I mean, people are bathing in sewage. People are, they're using the river water. The river water is contaminated. The tanks in the community that we're on the ground in right now, it's like the well, when I got there, the well was just, it was insects. It was just, we just walked in and poured bleach and the stench coming from all the water spaces. I don't know, they're dead animals. I don't know what to tell you, but that technical stuff, we could organize that information through the persons who do that and tell you. You know what I mean, Josh? Like, yeah, we'd have to do an analysis on that for you to answer those questions.
That'd be awesome. It'd be great to know. Just obviously we can supply the the equipment, and with Vector's help, we can get it there. But obviously the biggest issue is all of that needs water. So, that's kind of where I'm stuck currently.
Yeah, the National Water Commission in that area, when I left about 3 days ago, I saw something pop up in the news that said water has been restored to that particular pump or that particular well. So I'll check on that. Josh will help me to ask the question, because I'm like, what do I ask? I want to get to that information now, but I can't answer off the top of my head.
Yeah, we can get that to you for sure.
Okay.
If you don't mind, guys, I'll chime in, because Constantine, if I remember correctly, you are working on shipping 2 shower trailers. So it's a trailer, 53-footer that you can go in and take a shower, and a pump truck that's gonna provide the water and pressure to those, right? So if you know the community and sending the equipment to the community with no water supply just doesn't make any sense. So we'll just need to cross-check your region that you're working on with the information the guys will provide.
Yeah,
Fair.
and sorry, my emails are just not loading while I'm on this call. It's not pulling it for some reason, but
all good.
Yeah, and then another issue is obviously for these trailers to work, they need fuel, diesel fuel. So that's another challenge. Obviously, what's the latest on that? Is there access to fuel at all, or?
Yeah, we can get access to fuel and truck fuel in.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, well then I will continue to work with Samaritan's Purse, and Stan, I guess I'll just coordinate those questions about the water access through you, and we'll see where that goes.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
And if anyone else here needs solutions for like tenting, cots, things like that, Stan, feel free to shoot him my contact. We can connect him with the vendors.
Will do.
Yes, definitely. Because the video that I saw, one of Imprez's videos, and people were trying to air out their mattress, but if they don't have a roof to put it on, then that's a problem. If there's nowhere to dry it out, or if it rains every day and it gets soaked again, then cots and things could be a big solution for that. All right, who else has questions? Adelia, I saw you. Yep.
Yes, I'd like to add something, and this is probably more for the nonprofits in the room, in the space right now. So a little bit, and I'm not going to go into details, but I have a team that writes grants And so if you find grants for this particular, challenge and you're looking for somebody to write them real fast, we have a team that does that. We just did 9 today for Sudan. My point is we have the capacity to support organization in grant writing. And so if there's anybody who needs that, just reach out to us and we can help expedite that process. Thank you.
Awesome. Huge help. Lexi, as far as collecting needs, anything like that, what does your team need?
I would say, I think I said before, we have a couple pending needs. It would be more or so the first mile transport. We can't assist with ocean or air freight. But if anyone has pre-offers of, donated transportation, that would be great. But like I said, everything is pending right now. So, I can, keep you updated on what we do hear back when things are confirmed and we have more information.
Okay. All right. Who else has questions or comments? Oh, Black River. Yeah, before you got on, Imprez was talking about Black River. Do you want to recap that, Imprez?
Black River is devastated. I couldn't find one home that was spared, meaning not one. I also have family from Black River. My aunt's house housed 17 people, and I would love to share that video of me just getting to her and seeing the devastation and all these 17 people, because she feeds street people. So she's concerned we can't find the street people. I also have a picture of a street person. So we have that situation. Black River is devastated. Everything is gone. It has to be rebuilt. It's ground zero. But the good thing is, I believe from what I'm hearing and seeing, every minute there were helicopters all day long. So I could see different kind of helicopters I've never seen in my life. So I know that that aid is coming. But the same thing, we gotta go home to home and fix their roofs and feed each family, because I know that the World Organization Kitchen is there, and there are other challenges with that. Because I could tell you, when I got there, maybe I shouldn't say everything I see, right? Let's just say it's devastation, but it has to be rebuilt, because that feeds the surrounding communities. And I couldn't see one house, and my aunt's house, not the one that house, the other one, and you would think that was a house that was built well, and people would think it's somebody that's affluent. Absolutely destroyed. One little room like this bed. And if you ever see, everything came down onto the bed. If it was nighttime, we would have missed it. So I can tell you, it's devastation. But I believe because the international eyes are hearing Black River, Black River, Black River, a lot of people will go in, and we have to support that effort as well in our own little way. But I think there are organizations here and others that are doing the big things, because we have to get the hospitals going. Every church was torn apart in Black River and Kilmarnock. And we have a lot of churches in Jamaica. I couldn't find one church that made it. And churches are usually places of shelter. So we have that problem. Schools, my kids are back at school. These kids are not going back to school for a very long time, because all the schools in country on my way had lost their roofs or had damage. So they're not back in class. So we have that problem. We have a security problem. People are desperate. International and local donors are, a team from University of West. I'm going to tell you the truth, because sometimes a bunch of university volunteers were robbed giving out aid. So when it's getting desperate, people are hungry. They see these trucks and these fancy faces coming in that they've never seen, giving out handouts, and they're like, what about me? Boom, gun in the hand, gun to head, give me everything. So we have security challenges. And that's why when we move in very discreetly. We already know the community, and the community know us. There's trust. But we still have to move with secure logistics. And then we know that Miss Marjorie has 17 people that come to her house every day, including some homeless people. So we know to get most of the stuff to Miss Marjorie, because Miss Marjorie is going to feed those people. So we understand the lay of the land. We understand the personality. But Black River, you mentioned Black River, down 0. Couldn't get to roads because we couldn't get the car through. It's flooded out. As you can see, the hospital was damaged, and you can see a group. I don't know who they are, but I saw the minister posting that there's a remote hospital now, a temporary makeshift hospital. There are no doctors in the rural communities. I couldn't find one doctor or one nurse. People have medication that's finishing. I can't find prescriptions. We're looking in the house. We can't find it. That's Black River and Kilmarnock. We need a doctor mission. It's a lot. So wherever you guys think you need me, you need Josh, we are there to deliver. But I need a global response that is not sending it to certain organizations where we can't tell where it's going.
Sure. Thank you.
That's our reality. But it's devastating, guys. It's devastating. It's not easy to watch. It's not easy to see.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for being there. And I also just added in the chat, I created a WhatsApp group for this group and anybody else you want to add that's working on Jamaica relief efforts. So please feel free to click and join that WhatsApp group so everybody can stay engaged in real time. Sue?
Hey, hi everyone. I'm Sue Wynn. I am with Vector Global. I'm the one who reached out to Jamaica Trading, Perez, Paz Cargo, Leparkin, and JLB. Thank you all for joining, those who have joined. Yeah, so I read some information on the Black River situation. Thank you, Perez, for painting that picture for me. It's a lot worse than, hearing it from somebody straight from you. It hurts. It really hurts. It hurt my heart.
Right.
Yes. I just want to say thank you for joining.
I didn't mean to do that to you. Sorry. It's hard though. And we're human, so we have to be honest. And in times like this, I've seen grown men cry on the ground who are not from there, who it's hard, but we have to just respond and be resilient. That's all we can do, survive right now. And it's what it is. But I tell people, it will make you cry. It will pull on your human cord of just being human. Yeah, it will hit you. So I'm just happy to be here. And I know that sometimes we come in and we have, professional conversations about logistics and we must get this done, but we're human. And I just want to say I'm very human on the ground. And I like to bring that to everything that I do. So
yeah, natural disasters is so hard. And, add to that, I'm hearing like massive sinkholes are opening up. That produces more, operational and logistic problem and roadblocks. And I just hope we all can come together and just help and reach out to everyone who needs the help.
Sure. Thank you. Any other questions, comments? And then I'll let Enrique chime in with next steps. But if anybody hasn't had a chance to say anything or thinks of needs or any other comments from the ground from our logistics teams there, then please feel free to chime in.
Well, thank you everyone for joining. It is heartbreaking, and I'm with everyone there and your families. I cannot hardly imagine the situation, but we're here with you, and hopefully, as Sue was saying, we'll have a lot more companies join our next call. In terms of next steps, one, we have compiled a list of things that we are going to need. We have already confirmed that some of the ports are fully operational and have contacted our logistic suppliers and agents and partners and good friends in Jamaica, so we can consign the loads to them. The next step would be to reach out to the broader community. We have a lot of different channels and networks that we're going to share this with. Beehive Community, Conscious Capitalism, our own clients, etc. And we will ask for some of these products. We'll try to get donations, and then we'll coordinate with the logistic companies to try to ship some containers. We'll of course be talking to all of you. I'm sure Adili, you'll be critical when it comes to getting this done as well. But and then we'll have another call. Those are the next 3 steps. So sending the list out there, trying to get donors, and then having another call next whenever the call might be scheduled. I don't know if it's already scheduled, Christy, or we need to schedule it.
Yeah, I need to look at our calendars.
We'll schedule the next call, and of course, what has worked well in the past with similar situations is to share this as much as possible. So Christy already sent the WhatsApp group. The more we share this, the more people will probably join, and the more synergies we can extract. At the end of the day, it's just a matter of coming together, coordinating the efforts, and trying to act as quickly as possible. Now, the other thing that it's also based on our experience is the support will have to continue for longer than most people might think. I know that right now everyone's rushing to help, and there's critical help that needs to happen immediately. There's no question about that. Now, we also have to make sure that we're going to be here for the next year, right? The next 6 months. This is not something, unfortunately, that's going to be over soon. So again, if you cannot help right now, but you have a friend or a contact or someone that can at some point help, let's start inviting them to these conversations, right? Because sometimes things like this will take longer than the media cycle and way longer than what most people remember. So let's just keep building this community, and hopefully we'll help each other out.
Awesome, thank you. Any other final comments before we wrap up?
Yeah, along those lines, I have a question. We have a lot of livestock programs where we provide goats, chickens, pigs to communities in need around the world: Kenya, Uganda, Jordan, Burundi. Who would I connect with to talk about maybe distributing chickens to families in need or things like that? Would that be you, Empress?
Tracy.
I'll talk to her once, please. Oh, you can reach out to me or Imprez, either one of us.
No, you would reach out, same process. I call Josh my boss, so everything that Josh tells me to do, I do. But I'll give you the situation of that. It's called Saint Best. We are the bread basket of the country. The food you eat in the restaurants in Kingston comes from where it has been destroyed. The resilience and build back has to happen as soon as we get the roof. And that's what we've been working on, right? Looking at once we get them roofed and fed, we have to give them. So somebody I know lost 60 cows in Darlaston. This guy in the video, I think I said Josh was telling me he lost 35 of his chicken. That's how they eat. And these are the eggs and the chickens that we get to the other communities. So in building back, I have what you would do is once we get off of this, and Josh knows, we would then work with the government's Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, who is already working with us. And then we would look at the logistics to get those cows, those goats, those chickens, those seedlings into the community ASAP and distribute it to the farmers. So that is, we would do that with the ministry and you guys. So you just have to tell, once you tell Josh go and Josh tells me go, we put 5 million cows, 5 million goats, 5 million chickens on the ground as soon as we can clean up, get electricity, roofs on the head, and get people back into a state of normalcy. That is an easy operation to handle. If you say you have that, oh my God. And listen, this is just what we wrote, Josh. It's like the universe is just can't believe you just said that, Tracy. I had no idea that was a thing. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's a thing. That's one thing that we love to do for communities because, like you said, the aid is helpful, runs out quickly. People need to be able to get back to their, way of life, supporting themselves, supporting, having their own livestock or whatever it is that helps them to get back on their feet. That's one of our favorite programs to help people.
So there's hope. There's hope.
There's hope.
Always.
Yeah, I would love to connect with you later, like you said, after people get kind of things cleaned up, get the roof over their head, and they're ready to start looking at that. Let's connect and chat about that.
Perfect. Yep. And I can connect you both via email as well, or all of you. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Happy to. Okay. Anything else? There's a lot to do, but we've got a lot of doers on this call. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I have all of your emails. I'll send the link out to this in case you need to share it with anybody else. Please feel free to join the WhatsApp group. Tell anybody else. I'll get another meeting scheduled and send that out to you as well. But for those of you who are in Jamaica, please stay safe. We're thinking of you and help is on the way. And thank you everyone else for joining this call. We appreciate it and look forward to working with you on leveraging logistics for Jamaica. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.